guys, welcome back to my channel. Today is Wednesday, May the 30th. And before I get started on my story today, I want to show you what I had to eat with my tuna fish sandwich today. Zapp's Voodoo Heat potato chips. And they are made, well, they used to be made in Louisiana, but I think that they sold the business to Utz, UTZ, in Hanover, Pennsylvania. But my daughter did order them from a place in Louisiana and had them shipped to her house. So I have the Voodoo Heat, and then I have the sour cream and Creole onion, and then I just have the New Orleans kettle style Voodoo. But I remember when we lived in New Orleans, this company, it was a man and wife, Mr. and Mrs. Zapp. They started this potato chip company, and I'll try to do a little research on it and maybe do a video on that one day. But we're going to pick up where I left off the other day, and that was when John and I lived on De Montlezon Avenue in Bay St. Louis, Mississippi. Well, we wanted to get a home, a bigger home, and one kind of out in the country, and buy our own furniture. So we found a house in an area called Cedar Point, and it was out, right on the bay of St. Louis. And so we rented this house on Dunbar Avenue, and it was a huge ranch-style home. So we bought a bedroom set and our dining room furniture, and Dorton Lamar gave us their old green Naugahyde sofa and chair. I have a picture of it. There's the old chair. Here's the sofa, and here's the chair. And that's Jason stacking his little blocks there. So we moved out there, and we were pretty happy, although John's drinking was beginning to be more and more of a problem, because he would go to the office lounge, which was next door to the TG&Y. He would go there after work and not come home. And so I ended up having to quit my job at the Seacoast Echo, the little weekly newspaper that I told y'all about, that I was working 2 days a week. Because on Wednesday night, we had to stay and meet the deadline. So some nights I wouldn't get out until 7 or 8 o'clock. And then if John didn't pick up Jason from the daycare, that was a real problem. But anyway, we moved out to this house on Dunbar Avenue, and I liked it because I had my own yard and I could plant flowers. So I planted these caladiums around a pine tree there. And that's Jason. And then here's another picture of Jason. And my caladiums, oh, I was so proud of them. And also we were there for Easter. This was April the 14th, 1974. And Jason got a little Easter bunny. Oh, and that's John and the little Easter basket. But one day, John was at TG&Y. He did manage the store there. And Jason and I were in the house, and the phone rang, and I answered it, and it was John. And he starts screaming and yelling at me, "Lock all the doors and windows." And I said, "Why? What's going on?" And he was just yelling, "Lock the doors and windows, lock the doors and windows." So I did. I just ran and locked up everything as fast as I could. And then I heard sirens. And 3 or 4 police cars came, pulling into the driveway real fast, and came to the door with their shotguns and everything. And I said, "What in the world is going on?" Well, somebody had called John. This man had called the TG&Y store and told John that he had his wife and his son, and for him to take all the money out of the safe and to drop it in this area that he had told him where to take it. Of course, John called 911. He didn't do that. And he just wanted to make sure that me and Jason were safe. And we were. I mean, I didn't see any, I was inside. So even if there was some guy lurking around, down the street, I didn't see him. So, we did survive that, although it was terrifying. And then from then on, I was much, much more careful. And also that summer, there was a hurricane predicted to come through. So we had to evacuate because it was a flood zone that we were living in. Well, the house had these wooden beams, across the ceiling. So John took ropes and he tied up this old Naugahyde furniture, and then he hoisted it up to the ceiling. So we had all these chairs and sofas and the dining room table. I think he hoisted everything but the bedroom set up to the ceiling. So, of course, the hurricane did not hit, and we got home and everything was okay. Although I think we would have been better off if that old green Naugahyde furniture had floated out to sea. So I hope y'all just enjoyed my other little story. And by the way, this is move number 9 for any of y'all who are keeping up with how many times Glenda Merle moves in her lifetime. So y'all just hit the thumbs up button and keep on coming back. Bye.